both goalkeepers in the semi-finals has played a major role, and it's just brilliant to see that level of goalkeeping. Jan Sommer yesterday, wow, I mean, I thought it was probably one of the best goalkeeping displays I've seen.
You got to say all the credit to Gigi Donnarumma, and how many good saves did he make, Nige, on the night?
I had Donnarumma as the man of the match. We were talking about it to say, listen, this wasn't a convincing performance by PSG from what we've seen earlier. This is group stage PSG, but big moments, big games. Semi-finals, Donnarumma pulled out some massive saves. Odegaard's chance, if that goes in so early on in the game, we're talking about a complete different tie. Chaotic tie. If Arsenal go 1-0 up from there, we could be having a complete different conversation tonight. But Donnarumma came up big. We saw the save from Saka as well. And I've always had fun with Donnarumma, you know, my Italian brothers, and so I don't see him being world-class. But in all credit, I take it back. He is an absolute world-class goalkeeper.
Well, and now we're starting to see the Italian version of Donnarumma translate into the club version, that the potential is there. Yeah,
the big moments, he shows up in the big games. He's already had one performance that we were all in awe about, and he was fantastic. And then this was another big one today. And going down the stretch, can you just imagine, even when he doesn't make saves, right, just knowing he's behind you, gives you confidence. It gives you the ability to be more aggressive and go overextend. I mean, this is really poor defending.
Look at that.
It's on the doorstep. He's got to make a reaction. Say, this one's outraugisick because
so many bodies.
Sees it so late.
Look at that. So many bodies.
Oh. And by the way, he's 6'7", so he's got 6 feet 7 inches to get down to the ground there. This one fairly more routine, punches it over.
But he looked comfortable under Arsenal's pressure as well when they did a set piece. That is unbelievable. That for me is a world-class save. That there. Fingertips, because I was going in the top corner. He's for me, unbelievable performance from the goalkeeper. Big moments, stepped up, man of the match. Closest outfield player to him, I'll probably say, would have been Kvaratskhelia today as well, who might have been in there for the running.
Hakimi?
Not Hakimi, I would have given it to Kvaratskhelia. But Donnarumma, for me, was the man for PSG.
Hakimi could have got it too. Kvaratskhelia, Hakimi.
He's on his revenge tour. Gianluigi Donnarumma. He's indebted to the PSG fans to bring some silverware. There have been certain particular mistakes in previous Champions League runs, and he has shown that he's been the best goalkeeper in this Champions League. World class almost isn't enough for the saves and the performances. The performance against Liverpool was outrageous. Outrageous. And today too. The fact that PSG survived those opening 20 minutes, that onslaught by Arsenal, is all credit to this guy, and it's worth a ticket. That within itself, it's worth a ticket to the Champions League final.
Who was better, Jan Sommer last night or Donnarumma today, Grell?
Oh, God, it's hard to say. You're putting me between a rock and a hard place. I mean, you can't pick between the two. You really can't pick between the two.
Big moments.
I think Inter needed Jan Sommer more than PSG needed Donnarumma today, because PSG at home, they probably could have found a way back into the game, but Sommer was unbelievable last night. And, you know, we say PSG had their, not a good performance today. Oh, but they got the job done and they managed it. Well, yeah, because this guy made some ridiculous plays, or else we'd be having a different conversation. We'd be saying they didn't come out to play, they looked unprepared, they didn't have energy, they didn't rise up to the moment. But he saved all those headlines for them and put them in a spot to be successful. And he's incredible performance.
Comes to show you how critical a world-class goalkeeper is to winning a Champions League. Go back to all the teams. Liverpool with Alisson, Manchester City with Ederson, Real Madrid with Thibaut Courtois, I think, is the prime example of that.
So who would you rather have in the final than Nico?
For me, Gigi Donnarumma right now, but we're splitting hairs here. You know, Jan Sommer was incredible for Inter, but Donnarumma has been extraordinary. So, you pick your poison, if you will, right?
You can't go wrong with either two. I'm sorry, you can't go wrong. When you look at the semi-finals of games of what they played, some of that save from that 3v1 situation, when he slipped and he still saves it, you guys say it's a miss, massive moment. Donnarumma, that fingertip from Saka, massive moment. So I don't think you can go wrong with either goal.
In the moments, when you feel like the momentum can shift against you, that goal from Saka could have shifted against you, the one that is looking for the top corner, and he makes a save when no one's expecting it to. You're the one that brings down the temperature. Your team was scrambling for the moment. Saka found his pocket and put that up towards the upper corner, and he just snags it out of thin air. You control the emotions and the dynamic of a football match, especially in the Champions League, when a momentum shift could be so violent that you can't see beyond this moment of panic that's right in front of your face in the Champions League, and that can steamroll you in this tournament. And he's able to control that with these extraordinary saves.
You talk about two top-class goalkeeper If you had to pick one, who would you pick and why?
No, I'm not picking one. You just said that, 2 top-class goalkeepers. And this is it. Now we get to a point where it's down to, and very often it's down to individual performances in the game. So someone creating a goal, creating a chances, someone breaks a deadlock, because it's going to be a cautious affair, which finals most often are. And of course, both goalkeepers in the semi-finals has played a major role. And it's just brilliant to see that level of goalkeeping. Jan Sommer yesterday, wow, I mean, I thought it's probably one of the best goalkeeping displays I've seen. And then I think about Alisson here against PSG, and then I'm thinking, wow, how many good goalkeeping displays have we actually witnessed in this tournament? And it's brilliant that we talk about the goalkeeping, they're actually saving the ball from going in the back of the net, and not how good they are with their feet. But you know, PSG, I said this right from when they qualified, PSG is the best team in Europe. I've been consistent about that. And today and last week, they showed that difficult game, and they still managed to do the job. I can't wait for the final. It's going to be fantastic.
Hey, Peter, first 30 minutes of the game today, Arsenal were fantastic. First 30 minutes in the first leg, much different. Do you think they'll go back and regret that first leg, how they were a little bit passive in the first half and for majority of the match?
Yeah, I mean, you will always, when you lose a semi-final, you're that close to qualifying for the final, you're always going to regret something. Now, it's 2 different games. The first game is always going to be different to the second game, because when you play the second game, you already have 1 result. So they, obviously, PSG come onto the pitch today knowing that with a draw they will win, and their start of this game was a little bit cautious. It gave the initiative to Arsenal, and Arsenal, I mean, I don't know if you could see that through the TV screens, but Arsenal, they actually put everyone up front. Everyone. That meant that PSG had to defend with everyone. And of course, that, you know, something can happen, you know, a big breakthrough, ball being cleared and somebody's free. It didn't happen. But what they did, they piled on the pressure. And of course, you can't do that for 90 minutes. At some point, that has got to stop. You got to have a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a break. And in that period, that's when PSG, they kind of took back the initiative. And from that moment on, I actually never ever thought that Arsenal was going to score enough goals to get through to the final. Had they scored in the first minute and in the 5th minute, and when Donnarumma made that save from Ødegaard, had they scored on one of those chances, I would have given them a big chance to go to the final. But they didn't, and you know, you got to go with momentum. And they didn't. They didn't take those opportunities, and then, of course, PSG ended up doing it.